All right, so let's start the introductions. So given that when I look around, I don't know half the people here, I'm guessing that other people have a similar experience. So basically, what I'm hoping is that we can just go around systematically and everybody can say, who you are, where you're from, what sort of math or science you're interested in, and what you're interested in working on. Don't worry about being too brief because we have nothing else scheduled today except for organization of coding sprints. And the more you say now, the easier it will be to figure out what the coding sprints will be about. So, and I'll video them just because it's often nice to be able to look back and see who people are and match a face with a name. If for some reason you really don't want to be videoed, just put your hand up like this and I'll point the camera down. Okay. So do you want to start, Martin?
Okay. I'm Maarten Dirks. I'm a grad student from Bas Edikshoven in Leiden, and I'm working mostly mostly interested right now in the modular symbols code because I need that for my master's research, and hopefully at the end of these Sage days there will be a patch in Sage that allows me to use modular symbols for very large primes without having to restart Sage after running my code because the memory is full. There's the kind of nasty memory leak which leaves for sufficiently large primes about 1 or 2 gigs in memory, and that's not very nice. And that's what we'll be working on, I guess.
Okay.
So, I think you all know who I am, John Cremona, and you know far more about me than you really wanted. So the things that I'd like to work on this week, one of them I mentioned during the talk, which is getting these things converted from GP scripts to C programs and put into Sage. This is for 2 descent on elliptic curves and for computing L-series. Another thing that I wanted to do is exactly what Martin just said. I want to see why modular symbols in Sage are so slow, because there are a lot of people who want to use them and they can't, because it takes forever to work out even small examples. And so that was also on my agenda. I'm sure there are other things, but they've slipped my mind.
Hi, I'm Volker Braun from the Dublin Institute for Advanced Studies. I'm interested for my research in kind of numerical geometry and I want to learn more about the NumPy, since there's some developers here, and see what I can help out with, and also fix some bugs.
Cool.
I'm Gagan Seiko. Currently I'm at MSRI, working for the Focus Research Group with our database and helping out with that. I'll be working on elliptic curves, specifically converting the Cremona database to a MongoDB format and extending adding the Stein-Watkins data to it, putting an automated program. Right now there's an automated program which is adding the Stein-Watkins data to the L functions database, but I need to compute more things. So that's the first thing I'm going to focus on.
Cool.
I'm Allison Dinas, and I'm local. I'm at the University of Washington. And since this is our spring break and my sister's in town, I'll probably be here and away a bit.
Fair enough.
But I'm interested in working on anything number theory and also anything bug related.
Cool.
Hi, I'm her sister Dory. I'm the reason she won't be getting much work done this week.
Nice.
What will you be working on?
Exploring.
Cupcakes. I'm Jen Balakrishnan. I'm a grad student at MIT, and I'm interested in number theory, p-adic methods in number theory particularly. But I also am interested in L functions and whatever computations come up.
Hi, I'm Simon Spicer. I'm a second-year grad student here at UW. Number theory. What I was thinking of doing this Sage days was a couple of bugs, and also seeing if we can get some class in formal Dirichlet series up and running in Sage. I know we don't, but.
So you're going to start here.
I'm Alex Leone. I'm an undergraduate at UW, and I'll probably be working on the notebook.
I'm Ivan Andrus. I'm pursuing my PhD at Central European University in Budapest, and I wrote the Mac application, so if anybody uses that and has some feedback, I'd love that. If you don't use it and have some feedback as to why not, that'd be great too. My research is in modular representation theory, and so I'd like to get libgap into Sage finally, and do some work on that, or some bugs, or whatever.
Cool.
I'm Paul Ivanov. I'm a Berkeley grad student in vision science, so my research is in eye tracking, so I'm not a mathematician at all. But I've sent some patches along to NumPy and SciPy, and been trying to get more involved with Matplotlib, which is probably what I'll be sprinting with Michael, porting it to Python 3, and, because there's a lot of people who want it, and so it's be a good thing.
John Palmieri, I'm an algebraic topologist. I'm faculty here at Washington. This week, for my own work, I may be doing some non-commutative algebra computations in Sage and just miscellaneous bug fixes, whatever comes to mind.
Hi, I'm Rob Beezer. I teach at University of Puget Sound, which is about 40 miles south of here. I've been working on integrating a lot of linear algebra and abstract algebra into a couple of open source textbooks. So that's where I'm concentrating all my work. Been saving up a lot of bugs. Got a lot of reviews outstanding. If anybody's looking for something to do, I can point you to a few things. And I'd like to get back to wrapping some more of the NumPy, SciPy, matrix decomposition type things for RDF and CDF this week.
My name is Rado Kirov. I'm a postdoc at NTU Singapore, and I work in coding theory and number theory. So for this week, I'll be working on the notebook. I was here last January working on the big rewrite of the notebook to use Flask. So keep working on that. That's almost done. I'll be working on the database part and so on. You'll hear more during my talk on Wednesday. But if anybody's interested in the notebook and wants to know what's been done last January, you can talk to me. And I'm the author of the graph editor, if anybody is using that or wants to know about it.
Hi, I'm William. I'm also on the faculty here at UW, and I'm mainly interested in working on number theory stuff, probably related to modular symbols, and also on the notebook. And I hope at a bare minimum to get a very, very robust, scalable, single chunk of code evaluation thing going for the notebook, like I proposed, since that should be doable for sure by the end of this week. And Jason Grout, who's coming later, is interested in working on that. Okay. Hello.
Hi, I'm Chuck Harris. I'm here for the NumPy group.
Sweet.
I'm not quite sure what we want to do for Sage, since you guys are paying for this. So
fix bugs, make it better.
we would be happy for some input, but we'll probably deal with Mark is here also, and talk about maybe going to the 2 version of NumPy and try to plan ahead. There is some discussion of using some of the high precision, multiple precision types and trying to integrate those with NumPy. And you were talking about things you're doing with NumPy, right? With linear algebra. Yeah. So maybe we should get together with you also.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm Moritz Minzwerf, grad student at TU Berlin under Florian Hess, who's not in Berlin anymore.
Where is he now?
Oldenburg.
Okay.
My thesis will be on counting points on curves over finite fields. And for this workshop, I thought of picking up things from the function field workshop from last year.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Thomas Claufer. I'm kind of the odd one out here in that I'm neither a mathematician nor a computer scientist by trade. I'm actually a biologist, and I'm studying for my PhD at the University of Sheffield in England. I'm here now in my capacity as an IPython developer. There'll be a couple more of us along tomorrow, but for the moment I'm the only one. I'll probably be getting on with IPython things unless anyone wants to point me at anything not too complicated outside that.
Okay.
I'm Michael Dropboom. I'm at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore, and I'm one of the primary Matplotlib developers. I know there's been a lot of demand getting Matplotlib ported to Python 3, and that was kind of my plan while here, but a group of scrappy folks in South Africa made a lot of progress on that 2 weeks ago, so there's actually a lot less to be done this week, which is great. And so I'm just hoping if anyone has any matplotlib issues related to Sage, things that need to be worked on or thought about, let me know, and cool. I can help you, you can help me, etc.
Nice.
Hi, my name is Jason McCampbell, and I'm actually a developer with Nthought in Austin. And I've been spending most of the last year working on refactoring NumPy. I was one of the people working on splitting into 2 layers, a straight C core, and then a Python interface. And then we've been trying to do a lot of SciPy cleanup as well. So we've written a lot of new Cython wrappers for the modules, replacing old C wrappers. So my goal this week is general SciPy cleanup, and there's several modules left that need Cython wrappers, so I'm hoping maybe just knock that out and get some nice clean new Cython wrappers for those modules.
Okay.
I'm Mark Weed. I'm a grad student from UBC, and I started doing a little bit of NumPy development because there were some aspects of it that I found were slow or difficult to work with, and I kind of let that balloon into having some ideas for how different parts of it could be re-architected to have better sort of interaction with various memory layouts, say the difference between Fortran and C memory layouts, and how it could just work better as a low-level component for a lot of things. So I think one thing that would be useful to do here would be to sort of develop a roadmap of NumPy, say up to 3.0, and come up with a proposal that people here and in the NumPy community at large could evaluate from there.
Cool. Okay.
I'm Martin Raum, a student of Dan Sakier, who has already been mentioned today.
DC.
Well, I'm really close to computer and mathematics in a certain sense that I really started when I was a kid doing mathematics with Mandelbrot and so. And that explains that I'm kind of open. So there is, for example, NTL. I would really like to integrate the new version into Sage, if there's anybody around who's more familiar with that code. And most importantly, I think I brought a really big piece of code for modular forms to compute with. That probably won't go into Sage as it's just too large and it's not really ready to be reviewed, but it could go into Purple Sage, for example. And
definitely.
then, of course, I just on the airplane, I was computing certain things with Hermitian modular forms, and I found out that actually the arithmetic of quadratic number field that have class number 1, it's not really good in Sage, and so I thought about maybe having a look at the decent libraries to see what they can provide there, or even write some code on my own there. That's kind of what I'm doing here.
Cool. Okay.
My name is Chris. I'm a graduate student here in the Applied Mathematics department, and even though I'm in applied math, I actually do algebraic geometry. In particular, I study the Riemann theta function and Riemann matrices. So if anybody here is interested in the same topic, I'd be really happy to talk with you. My goal this week, so I've already written a lot of code for computing Riemann theta functions, so I just need to clean that up, and it should be ready to put in Sage by the end of the week, hopefully. But I'm also starting a much larger long-term project that will probably turn into its own Sagedays, hopefully, on computing Riemann matrices. So there are a lot of small components that go into this across various fields and subjects. So if you're interested in, one of the other things I hope to do this session is to lay the foundation for this large project. So if anybody's interested, feel free to talk to me about that. And then finally, one more goal. I am in an applied mathematics department, so I use Riemann theta functions to compute solutions to what's called the KP equation for describing shallow water waves. And I'm almost done with some code that will do just that. So I can solve KP.
My name is Robert Miller, and I'm interested in number theory and combinatorics. And this week I'll be working on permutation group algorithms. So some pretty non-trivial questions about permutation groups on, let's say, a finite support where, let's say you want to know the normalizer or the intersection of two groups or things like that. So I'm implementing those natively in Sage. With the eventual aim of replacing GAP's permutation group functionality. But for right now, I'm just sort of building the groundwork.
I'm Jamie Wygant. I'm a grad student at Purdue University. More recently, I'm at MSRI. And I'm interested in number theory and elliptic curves. I'm interested in working on some project with elliptic curves in Sage, specifically to see if the two descent scripts can be sped up when you have all of the two torsion rational. I talked about this with someone at MSRI a month ago, and really want to write up the code from our discussions and see if it's any faster. And any other sort of number theory related projects that anyone wants to talk about, I'd be happy to sort of hop on.
Hello, I'm Keshav Kini. I'm, like Rado, I'm from NTU in Singapore, and I'm working as a research assistant for Professor Dima Pasechnik, who came to Sagedays 27, I believe. And I may be slightly different from many of you in that I sort of was a developer of Sage before I was a user of Sage. So I'm going to be trying to help out with whatever I can. There's no particular area in which I'm particularly invested. I do have a few track tickets which I'd like to chip away at, so I do have something to do.
Did you work at all in LibGap? So I think
no,
Dima was
actually,
interested
no.
in
Dima
that.
is working on that, but
no, there's
I'm
more
actually
interest.
helping with that. No, I have been doing a few graph theory things actually. Is mainly what I've been it's mainly what I've been working on so far. But I guess I'm still a neophyte, so anyway, I'll try to be learning as much as I can and contribute my skills in any way that I can.
Cool.
I'm Justin Walker from Stanford. I'm interested in number theory, and I've been a Sage developer since fairly early on. This week I have two goals, one of which is to get some support for indefinite quadratic forms into Sage, and the other goal is to work on code for integer points over number fields on elliptic curves. That's been floating around for a while. It's code from Cremona's student Nook and Rado and one of his students.
Okay, excellent. So that's everybody.